Greetings, beautiful people. Greetings. Welcome. 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 I'm just going to wait till a few people check in. The one thing that's very confusing right now, because it happened last week on our live, is that we don't have daylight savings time, y'all. You guys do. You guys do. And it makes us 1 hour apart. So when I say the live, because last week it was supposed to be at 7, and it ended up having to be at 8. But that's okay because y'all's daylight savings time is almost over, which will be a beautiful thing because we don't have it, and it makes us 1 hour different. And sometimes I know Zoom used to do it for you. Like if you had 7, but if in your time zone, hey, Calvin Abington, good afternoon, King. Yes. So right now, I was talking about daylight savings time. It's almost over for you guys because we don't have it, and it throws people off. If I say the live is at 7, they won't be there till an hour later, and then it'd be, but that's okay because whoever's not here now can always watch it later. So just excuse me for 1 second. Let me grab my cup of tea, and I hope you have yours. Grab you a cup of tea, Calvin. Yes, darling. Cheers. Oh, it's hot. And it's moringa. So yes, the one that took me off of blood pressure and cholesterol. You should fix yours, Calvin. So listen, this is our second live in regard to the promise. And the promise was once we got 500 subscribers that we would have a live once a week, which is now every Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be every Wednesday. And tonight's live is about, what did I have? Black history, entrepreneurship, and living foreign. Black history, entrepreneurship, and living foreign. So I'm hoping that some people will come in that have the experience of living foreign, because I really don't have. Yes, neighbor. Everything blessed. Thank you. That is my neighbor, and who always checks on me. I'm so glad that a few people, on the island check on me, because that's all a part of living foreign. So what we were talking about, Black history, entrepreneurship, and living foreign. And I just didn't want February to leave us. I didn't want February to leave without us having a conversation. Oh, and by the way, before we start, I went to see the One Love Bob Marley movie last night. Have you seen it, Calvin? or I should say, has anybody seen it? Because I'm sure people will watch this later. Awesome. I loved it. I loved it, but I'm not going to talk about it now. That's going to be a next topic where we can reason about it, because Bob Marley lived a lifestyle. We talking about Black history, one of the greatest that ever did it, one of the greatest that came from, poverty in a sense. Okay, well, you gotta go see it. And not so much poverty, because poverty is a state of mind. And even though he slept on a cold ground and a rock as his bed last night, it wasn't poverty. So that's another topic. I ain't going to go there, because I'm telling you, it's a nice long way. And as a matter of fact, I actually posted, when you guys come in, can you just hit the like button? Those that are coming in, yes, because this goes over to YouTube. And just, if you could, just hit the like button. And that's it. The thumbs up is the like button. So I had a great time with another sister. And that's another topic. We're going to do that one later. But Black history, I really wanted to ask the question, like, what does it mean? What is Black history? I didn't want the month to go by. I don't like the phrase Black History Month, because I'm a woman. I'm a goddess queen that's always living in Black history. I am Black history. A month could do me nothing. So, but because this is the month that they set aside, once again, me personally, I'm always talking about something that involves us, whether it's business, whether it's creating, whether it's the next life, it's going to have us in it. If the conversation is with me, so Black history is important. I want to say African history is even more important, considering we are stolen Africans. And it would be real nice if a lot of us knew that. Yes, that we were stolen and that we are African. That's a whole nother topic too, but it still falls under African history. I'm going to be using the term African history opposed to Black history. And what I really came here for tonight, and because we only got 30 minutes, a few people had asked me about my journey here. Just coming to a place where I know no one or knew no one. This month is actually, first of all, if I go there, let me tell you everything that we're celebrating. When I say we, I'm talking about us, everybody here. I'm talking about my family, my friends, my ancestors. This is what we are celebrating in the month of February. So you got the Black history, African history, of course, number one. And then because I live on the island of Grenada, February is Independence Month for them. So, of course, I'm here. I've acclimated myself into communities here. I am a citizen here. I am a dual citizen. And, of course, I celebrate independence to a certain extent, because we got so far to go and so much to do. I won't get outside and dance in the middle of the street with you, because I ain't that excited about, this area and Queen Elizabeth's rules and policies. But I will celebrate freedom on any level. So if we're gaining freedom, if we're moving in a certain direction free, I will jump on that bandwagon with you. So we got Black history, independence for my two countries. The business, No Kukai Tribe, is 13 years this month. Yay, 13 years. And it was another one. Black history, independence, 13 years. Oh, and we got 500 subscribers. Finally, because I didn't start off YouTube searching, trying to get subscribers, running here, doing that, trying to get money. That's not why. It was a platform for me to share my life, which is pretty much an open book. I love it that way. And to service people. to give people hope. Our channel is about leaving United States of America, finding a country, embracing it, making it your own, and everything that comes with it. So all of this comes with it. Black history, as who I am. I am we're all one, but a lot of people here still can't connect themselves with me. They call me the African lady, and they call themselves Grenade. And I said, well, if I'm the African lady, what are you? I'm sure we was on the same boat. I'm sure they dropped you off in Grenada and kept going and dropped us off in America. And I'm sure a couple of y'all could have been my aunties and uncles. That's why I don't say so fast no more that no, I don't have no family here. America and the Caribbean is too close to be saying, no, I'm not related to anybody here. I used to say it really fast, but then something started happening to my tongue. And all of a sudden I couldn't say it. Let me put my Sankofa up here. I couldn't say it so easily. So I don't try to say it so easy no more because you never know. So we're celebrating all that this month. And with the business being 13 years, it's 13 years altogether, but it's 8 years on this island. Oh, that's what it is this month. I've been on this island for 8 years, guys. This particular country, but I've been living foreign for the last 18 years. And I started off with Antigua and Barbuda from 2006 to 2009, and now it's 2024. And in the middle of that was the two different parts of Africa, Virgin Islands, different places. So I'm here, and it's 8 years later. Somebody asked me, more than one somebody asked me, Natural, how do you live on the island with no job? It looks like I ain't got no job, y'all. I work really, really hard. I laughed for about a couple days before I even responded to it. But then somebody said, I really would like to hear your story of how you went to a country. Knew nobody, created a way to sustain yourself. And they created you a way to sustain yourself because they had always watched me have this business for 13 years. But I was always a substance abuse counselor, a mental health therapist, a school teacher. I was always something on the side where somebody was going to give me a paycheck monthly or weekly or bi. But it happened unexpectedly. I always wanted it, but I wasn't ready when it happened. At least I didn't think I was. And I was kind of thrust into it. So what happened was 8 years ago, 2016, I landed here. I had visited other places. St. Lucia, Jamaica. I had lived in Antigua and Barbuda for 3 years already as a grade 6 school teacher. I had visited other places, Trinidad. But Grenada won. Grenada chose me, and I always say Grenada chose me. So Grenada won. And it's 8 years later. So I thought, because I was coming from South Africa, that I was supposed to teach. I had just taught there 2 years in a village with no electricity and no running water. And I absolutely loved it. A lot of people in America, they said, you're crazy. I said, no, I'm not. I'm telling you, this village I lived in was one of the largest in KZN, which is KwaZulu-Natal, which is 10 hours north of Johannesburg. And it was full of elders and young people. And if my elders can live that way, then so can I. So I was excited about that. I was truly excited about it. The whole 2 years, the whole journey, I cried the entire 2 years. Moringa. Hold that thought. Moringa. No sugar. I could have squeezed some lemon in it, but I didn't. Just straight raw moringa. Moringa is what took me off of blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine. So this is my evening nighttime cup. Cheers, people. So where did I stop at? I thought that I was supposed to be teaching English. I just left South Africa 2 years teaching English. I thought I was supposed to come to Grenada because before I came, I kind of did a little research, missed a few things, but did a little research. And Grenada was about to have their first around the table discussion about education and persons with disabilities. Now, I just left South Africa teaching special needs students. And I have a lot of experience with special needs. A lot of my experience in my life is working with persons with special needs. Y'all know what this is? You know what this is, Calvin? Mm. 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 Got 1 or 2 seeds in it. Mm. 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 I'm so sorry I'm eating and smacking in y'all's face, but once you pop one of these open, sweet like cinnamon, like spice. And if brown sugar wasn't so sweet, I would say brown sugar, but this ain't sweet like that. It's just sweet enough. Mm. 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 Calvin, I wish I could say open up. Mm. Sapadilla. Sapadilla. That's how it's spelled, Dila, but it's sapadilla. Mm. And you can eat the skin. Mm. So I really thought I was supposed to be teaching what I was teaching when I left South Africa. But I got here. They called me for the interview. And it was an amazing interview. It wasn't an interview, it was a conversation. Great conversation. I still see the man in the supermarket. Mr. Elvis Moraine, wherever you are, thank you for the conversation. And anyway, I didn't get it because I understood what it means to live on an island and be in 138, 33 square miles small. That means it's a whole host of people waiting in line to be teachers, and they're locals and they deserve a chance. And that's exactly what the conversation was about. And I understood. I know how it go. I know how it go. So I walked out of there, walking down the street, eyes just as big as you see them getting. And I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And just as clear, a voice said, you're going to use every God-given talent that you were born with. Just for the record, we were all born with them. So if the spirit been telling you to get ready for your entrepreneurship journey or your own business that you've been wanting for years, you need to know it's already in you. Yes, you need a few good teachers to nurture you along the way. I've had some amazing teachers to nurturing me along the way. Amazing, good, wonderful teachers nurturing me along the way. You'll need the same thing, but they're out there. They're in your lives already. And I said, what? God-given talents? I knew I was talented, always have been. I've always sewn and made all my clothes like I still do today. I've always sewn for other people. I've always crocheted. A lot of things I did back then that were hobbies is part of my business. Today, I crochet beautiful crowns for the kings and queens unisex. I make all my clothes. It's a dress hanging on my door now that I'm going to put the zipper in the back and call a local lady on island, a local queen mother. Actually, her daughter is my attorney. Yes, yes. I'm in court on the islands. That's another topic. If you want to know what that's about, put it in the chat. And always been talent, creative, designing, just always. and but never focused enough to appreciate it as a gift. So I did just that. I started looking around, and I already had a plan. See, I write everything down. I write everything down. So every country I've lived in, you best believe I had a plan before I got there. And the plan didn't go in the order I had it in, but if I show you that journal I was keeping, it will blow your mind, because I did everything that I said I was going. I came here to do. See, if you stay on the course and trust the process, you really got to trust. I got so many people in my life that always talking about how they trust the creator, how they trust the universe. But when it comes time to really trust, they be failing the test. Be like, you don't trust nothing, because if you trust, you wouldn't be over there tripping. So I took a risk and I trust the process. Still focused, still doing the footwork, still putting it in, doing what I was supposed to do. And I put a couple letters in writing, sent to a couple people, and I'm skipping over little things. And they said, yes, we love to see your product and we love to do business with you. And it's so beautiful once they seen it. What are your wholesale prices? Wrote me out some beautiful checks, and I would like for you to supply my 3 shops. She is the liaison for Mexico and Grenada. She had no idea how nervous I was doing business with somebody. This is a real businesswoman, just like I am today. But I was just getting my feet wet back then. But I handled that. And I'm telling you, it's been beautiful ever since. So under that same entity and that same umbrella, we began to hold workshops. No, I didn't ask nobody's permission. I typed up. I got on here just like I am with you. And I typed and I typed. And I said, this is the workshop I'm willing to offer. Which one? Would you like to learn this skill or this skill? Some people put skill number 1. Some people put skill number 2. Some people say both of them, 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 both of them. So I started holding those 2 workshops. One was the art of making earrings. Yes, we teach skills that can lead to entrepreneurship. If you ever like a one-on-one, private or otherwise, just let us know. We do groups. And I also taught the art of I do the art of wire wrapping and placing healing crystals. We do that. We have a crystal over there somewhere. I always have my crystals on today at Sankofa, but we do the art of wire wrapping and placing healing crystals. That's 2 separate workshops, because you can just wire wrap alone, rings, bracelets, but placing healing crystals is another process. And we do 2 workshops around making handbags. One is like a clutch purse, and one is like a go over your whole body. It requires a sewing machine. We do sewing lessons. We do sewing lessons on the veranda. I have a beautiful veranda, but I was living at a different place when I really did the sewing lessons on the veranda. Tough. So now I'll do it right here at this space where at now. This is my little tiny house. People, welcome. So we do sewing lessons on the veranda. I went for it. Like he said, you're going to use every talent you was born with. And I just went inside. I had never held workshops now. My first workshop I held was in South Africa. And I didn't know when I went to South Africa, I was going to be holding a workshop. First, I had 20 girls. The second time I had 20 boys. And then when I got here, I started doing adults. And I remember that they were so successful. So I normally ask people when they come, what are they expecting to get from the workshop? I ask them, what do they do now? Some are guards in the prison and government workers. And I had a whole group of them one time. And it was during COVID. And they said they just wanted to learn something different, because the one thing they were clear about is that COVID insisted that we change or we will be left behind. You better shift. Shift. COVID says shift. And entrepreneurship is the biggest way that I can see us shifting. So anyway, that's the gist of it. And I just keep going and I keep going. And then sea moss, you know, sea moss, moringa and soursop leaf. I am in the land of spice. Why not take advantage of it? It heals. So we specialize in authentic Grenadian sea moss. We specialize in soursop leaf and moringa. And we dry our own. We used to cut our own, but I'm a little too young to be climbing trees and stuff now, y'all. So we get somebody to cut it for us, and we bring it home and we dry it right here at our own little station. My little station is my floor, my house, and I spread out sheets, and outside on my veranda, it's always herbs everywhere. If you come to my space, if you ever come to the island, herbs will be everywhere. Yes. They called me Bushwoman in South Africa, and I honor it. So yes, that's the gist of it. Please, 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 as you come in, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much. And comment, please. Comment if you're an entrepreneur. Please put what you do and where you reside. I want to know, because I may invite you on the show. Next month is International Women's Month. That's when we started pushing our entrepreneurial startup packages, you know, trying to encourage women to start their own CMOS businesses. And it's been so successful, it still exists today. I'm excited about that. We even opened it up to men and women. We started it off in Women's Month. So March is Women's Month, and it's over 2 years now. We've been pushing and helping people get on their feet and start their own CMOS businesses. And they've been successful. I will interview a few of them sometime down the line. I promise I will interview at least 2 of them. I don't know if it can't be before February go out, because we only got one more Wednesday. But definitely for International Women's Month, let me write that down. We will be interviewing a couple entrepreneurial startup package business owners. Yes. So our time is up. I just want to thank you, Calvin, for being here. I want to thank everybody who lays their eyes and ears on the video. And please, again, comment. And remember, we have lives every Wednesday, 6 or 7 they could be, but there'll always be some notices sent out. If you turn on your notification bell, right next to where you subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and you'll get the notification. It'll say Natural is live, and you can just come on in and kind of, hang out with us. Okay, so until we meet next time, love and respect, and have a blissful day, blissful evening. One love.